Hey, what's up? This is Mikey at Blue Monkey Bicycles, and in this video we're going to talk about the Yamaha mid-drive versus the Bosch mid-drive. Alright, so first up, both of these systems are a mid-drive motor with a 36 volt 11 amp hour battery. Yes, there's a larger battery available as of late, and yes, the Bosch system also has a 28 mile per hour system available out there. But for the sake of comparing the two, we're both going to stick with the 20 mile an hour of top speed for each of the systems and also the 36 volt 11 amp hour battery for each of the systems, because hey, that makes it the perfect comparison. Alright, so let's talk about the background first. Bosch made a really big splash in the market a few years ago when they came out with one of the first professionally made, well-built mid-drive systems that they licensed out to different bike companies to put on their electric bike lines. Also, Bosch was one of the very first household names in the electric bike industry. Not every Joe Plumber has heard of E-Prodigy or Pedigo, but they have heard of Bosch. Also, Bosch required the frame to be built around the electric bike system, which added a lot of legitimacy compared to other bolt-on systems, such as the iBike from Sunstar in Japan. A big part of the reason that mid-drives are seemingly taking over the electric bike market is due to the success of the Bosch mid-drive system, which is a great system. As a matter of fact, this success was so great that Bosch had a hard time keeping up supplying electric bike companies with their system. Enter Yamaha. Actually, enter a lot of different electric bike motor suppliers, but Yamaha already had some background to begin with. Likewise, a household name, Yamaha had been developing this system for some years with pedigree of their off-road bikes and other sport motors. But let's talk about the actual comparison between the two systems. The batteries are very similarly sized, the displays too. They both have locks, keys, run-of-the-mill chargers, rotation counters on the back wheels, and so forth. Both have a grip attachment for operating the display, and both have pedal assist levels with arbitrary names. A few notable differences is that the Bosch battery unlatches from the top, whereas the Yamaha battery unlatches from the side. This means that the designer of the frame has more room to work with for offering a smaller size, a step-through, or a dual suspension on a bike. The Bosch system only allows for one front chain of Bosch's design to be used on the bike. Yamaha allows for more. Both have a removable display, but the Yamaha system pops off too easily in our experience. This has the consequence of shutting down the entire bike in the middle of a ride. You can either tape it or put a zip tie on it to keep it on and it stays there, but it's kind of silly you have to do that anyway, especially for mountain biking, which you really should strap it on for mountain biking. Okay, so the parts are very similar, but how do they ride? I can tell you from experience because we here in Utah, we do a lot of mountain biking. The mountains are literally just a few minutes away from us, and we get out as much as we possibly can to test out all sorts of systems. To be brief, the Bosch system goes a lot farther on the same size battery pack. But on the other hand, the Yamaha system feels a lot more comfortable when you're riding at a higher speed, around 20 miles an hour. It feels more peppy on the low end, and it's significantly quieter. Okay, so here's my best attempt at making a noise comparison between the two systems. Not exactly scientific, but I'll let you take a look. I myself enjoy the peace and quiet. We took both the Yamaha and the Bosch system on similarly equipped bikes with the same route, same rider, clear day, same gear, the whole bit. The Yamaha system scored 31.4 miles on that test, whereas the Bosch did 48.5 miles on the same route. Given that the two systems had the same battery size, I mean, if you want range, go for the Bosch, totally. There is one caveat though, and that is that the 20 mile an hour Bosch system has the most frustrating top speed I have ever encountered. The Bosch system gives out full power until 19.5 miles an hour. 19, 19.5, 19, 19.5. Some people affectionately call this the Bosch boat anchor or the Bosch wall. Once they reach that 20 mile an hour limit, it just stops completely. Now, if you're on the mountain bike trails, it's not a big deal because most of the time mountain bikers don't go past 20 miles an hour up a hill anyway. Some guys do. Anyways, you remember that 50 mile range test or the 48.5 mile range test on the Bosch? It was actually very, very frustrating to do because it was literally hours of fighting that top speed and feeling like I was limited. The top speed on the Yamaha system is a lot more comfortable. Instead of just giving you a flat 20 miles an hour where they cut it out, they scale down the power for a much more comfortable, much more intuitive experience. So to sum it up, for a mountain bike, the Bosch system is great and it gets greater distance, and that's something that we've been able to observe ourselves. If you plan on road riding or pedaling past 19.5 miles an hour, then the Yamaha system is clearly for you. Comparing these two 20-mile-an-hour versions, I definitely prefer the Yamaha system. It's smooth, powerful, very quiet, provides adequate range for me, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Now, if you take the 28-mile-an-hour Bosch system and throw that into the ring against the Yamaha 20-mile-an-hour system, then yeah, I would prefer the Bosch 28-mile-an-hour. It's pretty sweet. Aside from having a higher top speed, it also does not have that boat anchor, that wall effect. It scales down the power pretty well. I don't know why they do that, but that's the way it is. And so I actually prefer, between those three, the 28-mile-an-hour Bosch version the best, even though it is a little bit noisy. Now that 28-mile-an-hour top speed Bosch on the same range test scored 30.6 miles, which is still pretty good. So, which system would be your preference? What comments or systems or topics do you want to see covered? Leave your comments below to join the discussion, or you can go to our website to shop for an electric bike of your very own, bluemonkeybicycles.com.